It cost me $38,750 to start my Amazon business. My first cost was $5,000 on a patent attorney to protect my idea. Logo design was with Fiverr, which cost me $200. Then a trademark for word and image was $800. Photos cost me $500 from a professional product photographer. Then I had to find a product manufacturer. I spent $1,200 on a product designer, $5,000 on a 36 cavity mold. My entire production run cost $8,500. Another $1,500 on shipping, and at a few other fees that were incurred at the early stages of my business. And in this video, I'm going to share with you step by step how I started my Amazon FBA business, and I'm going to tell you what my product is. At the end of the video, I'm going to share with you the top 3 mistakes that I made. My name is Sean. Back in 2019, I was working in a very successful career as a wealth manager for one of the country's largest investment banks. I was feeling stuck and frustrated. I was forced to sit and listen day after day to hearing how clients generated their wealth. They created their own business and created their dream life. I had written down lists of ideas of my own because I've always wanted to launch a product-driven company and be my own boss, but I never had the free time to pursue it. But then when COVID happened and I was forced to work from home, I had a light bulb moment. This was a once in a lifetime opportunity for me. That gave me so much time to work on launching my dream company. I realized that at grocery stores, they had always taped the crown of the bananas to keep them fresh, but it was always with a single-use plastic. So I wanted to invent a better way, a more fun way to keep your fruit fresh while being more environmentally friendly. That's when I created Nana Hats. Now, make sure to smash the like button because in the next few moments, I'm going to share my exact secrets for how I found my new product and how I started my Amazon FBA business. My first cost was $5,000 and it went towards my new product. This $5,000 cost was towards filing a patent with my patent attorney. Once I had the idea, I searched on Google to see if there were any competitors, and I couldn't find a single one. That's when I knew I had a real chance at building a successful business. Then I met with my patent attorney and he confirmed that my idea didn't exist anywhere else. So we went ahead and filed for the patent. Usually, to find a product, you'd use a research tool like Helium-10 or Jungle Scout. But a great place to start product research is using a program like Helium-10. Helium-10 is a research tool that can help you find your product idea. But the key to making money on Amazon is to understand that Amazon is a search engine and people go to Amazon to search for things they want to buy. The search terms that people type into Amazon are called keywords, and Helium-10 can show you how popular specific keywords are. So you're able to figure out how much customer demand there is for your product. If you want to unlock all of the premium features to help find your new product, there's a link in the description with a discount code for Helium-10. And when you use that code, you'll get the biggest discount anywhere for Helium-10. It cost me $200 to get my logo designed. I found someone on Fiverr and they were great. The packaging was free because I designed it myself. To get your logo and packaging designed, you can use 99 Designs, Upwork, or Fiverr. And the way that 99 Designs works is you submit your design request and a bunch of designers send you their version of your logo or package. And you just choose one and go from there. I then spent $500 on a professional photographer to take photos of my product. I found a local photographer on Yelp. We took photographs of each individual product for each product page and some lifestyle images that I could use for digital marketing on social media. If you don't want to do all that work yourself, there's a company called FBA Creatives. They will do all of your descriptions, photos, logos, keywords, and packaging for you. There's a link down in the description. I then spent $700 to get an LLC for my business, and I did it myself online. An LLC will cost you around $200, and you can get one at wyregisteredagent.net. And I recommend getting an LLC or limited liability company for your business, because if you ever get sued, there's a separation between your business and personal assets. You could also get a DBA from LegalZoom for $99. DBA stands for Doing Business As, and it's the business name you choose to operate under for business tax purposes. It's great for marketing and branding, but it won't offer any legal protection in the event that you get sued. My next cost was $800 for the trademark. I got both a word and image trademark. I got mine from my patent attorney, but you can get yours directly from the USPTO website for $275. Before I could start manufacturing my product, I had to spend $1,200 to hire a product designer to design how it was going to look. During this 10-month research and development phase, I got a ton of feedback from my friends and family. With all their input taken into consideration, I decided to move forward and invest $5,000 into the production of a 36 cavity mold with my manufacturer. After that, I spent $8,500 to make 10,000 silicone caps. But here's where I made a mistake, which I'll explain later. That cost me $10,000 and resulted in me making even more silicone caps. And that's just one part of my product. The silicone caps fit over the crown of the bananas. And then there's a cute character that goes over the top. I spent $5,000 to have 6 different miniature Nana hats designed overseas. I wanted to work with only people that I could trust. So my patent attorney introduced me to my manufacturer, and then my manufacturer actually introduced me to my product designer. If you're looking for a manufacturer for your own products, there's a few different ways to actually go out and search for them. There's Alibaba.com, where there are hundreds of manufacturers across Europe, Asia, and India. You can use thomasnet.com to search for US exclusive manufacturers. Or you can just use Google and type in the product you want to search for, plus the phrase manufacturer. So now, before even getting my product, I was feeling pretty nervous. But I saw this Amazon seller on YouTube named Travis, and he said there are over 180 million Amazon Prime customers in the US alone. But there are only 1.1 million active sellers. I knew this was a huge opportunity and too big to miss. Travis has a lot of great videos teaching Amazon FBA, including an 8-hour Amazon FBA seller course, which we have a link to in the description below. That's why I wanted to share my story here on this channel. But there are still some more costs that I had, and I'll get into those along with my first year of sales. My next cost was $200 on all the packaging costs for my product. Then I had to spend $1,500 shipping my product from overseas to my condo. We ship by air because the product is so small and light. Typically, shipping by air is much faster but more expensive. If you ship via sea on an ocean freight, it will usually be cheaper, but it will take a lot longer to receive your goods. This was a huge mistake, which I'll talk about more later, but this was way more expensive than I thought it would be. Luckily, the YouTube coach, Travis, has an in-depth tutorial that explains how to get your shipping costs way cheaper in his Amazon FBA course, The Passion Product Formula. There's a link below in the description. And if you don't know, FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. This is where you ship the products directly to the Amazon warehouse, and when you get an order, Amazon will pick, pack, and ship the order for you. Unfortunately, I started selling on Amazon with FBM, which stands for Fulfilled by Merchant, which is why all the products were shipped to our condo. This is where my wife and I had a full production line. We were assembling, manufacturing, and packaging all the orders, resulting in us going multiple times to the post office throughout the day. FBM is so exhausting and takes up time and energy. So make sure to check out Travis's FBA course below. Next, I actually didn't order any UPC codes. I actually applied for an exemption. But to get your product on Amazon today, you need to have a UPC code. UPC stands for Universal Product Code. It's the barcode on the back of the product that you scan at checkout. If you just need one, you can go to gs1.org and get one for $30. And it cost me $39.99 to set up my Amazon seller account. The Amazon account fee is what you pay Amazon to list and sell your products and have access to Amazon Seller Central, where you can collect reports on your expenses, profits, and revenue. But you don't have to pay $39.99 to Amazon in order to set up an account. There are 2 types of accounts, a professional seller's account and an individual account. A professional seller account costs $39.99, whereas an individual seller account is free. but you pay Amazon 99 cents for every item you sell. I don't know about you, but personally, my goal is to make as much money as possible on Amazon. So I recommend going for the Amazon Professional Selling account if you're going to be selling more than 40 units a month. So now I'm ready to launch. But so far, just to keep tabs, I've invested over $38,000 into my business at this point. I was still a bit nervous, but Travis said there are over 230 million customers in the US, and 56% of them start their shopping search on Amazon. So I knew if anyone was searching for Nana hats, they would find it on Amazon. I made $142,000 in my first year on Amazon. But remember, this is revenue and not profit. I sold over 10,000 units, and it cost me over $78,000 to produce them. And there are a lot of fees you need to pay when you're selling on Amazon. I paid over $21,000 in Amazon referral fees. This is a 15% fee that you pay to Amazon for the opportunity to sell on the platform. The second fee cost me over $30,000 for the Amazon pick and pack fee. FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, which means Amazon will pick, pack, and ship your product directly to the customer. Then I paid $12,000 for PPC, or pay per click. And I'll explain more in a few minutes. And at a few other fees for my first year in selling, I actually lost $10,000. I hated to see my business losing money at the end of year one, but I completely accepted it because I understood that there are a lot of one-time startup expenses that I wouldn't occur again later in the life of the business. Knowing the potential of the business and our trajectory, I knew that year two was going to be a lot more successful than year one. I made $390,000 in my second year of selling on Amazon. It cost me $216,000 to make approximately 28,000 units. And I paid over $58,000 in my 15% Amazon referral fee, plus $83,631 in Amazon FBA fees. I spent $24,000 in PPC, and at a few other fees, we lost even more than the first year, over $20,000. Again, losing money is difficult to stomach, but it wasn't so much about making profit as it was about reinvesting in the business. Spending money on PPC was an important way to grow Nana hats. PPC is pay per click, and it's a way that you can pay to have your listing at the top of the search results. And then you pay a small fee anytime someone clicks on your listing. The YouTube guy, Travis, he's an amazing Amazon FBA coach. He teaches people how to start Amazon FBA businesses. He's done over $7 million in sales on Amazon, and he has taught so many people with his guaranteed technique. There's a link to sign up below. And I also made a massive mistake that cost me $10,000, and I'll get into that in just a minute. But this mistake required us to redesign our silicone cap based on customer feedback. We also designed and launched a more durable, larger silicone cap for banana bunches of 3 or more based on customer feedback. To continue spending money when the business isn't profitable was a difficult thing to do, but we knew it was the right thing to do based on the customer feedback. And it paid off because in year 3, this was our biggest year yet. I made $500,000. I spent $277,000 to make 36,000 units. $75,000 went towards the 15% Amazon referral fee and $107,000 for the Amazon FBA fee. I did spend $36,000 on PPC, and at a few other fees. In the third year of selling on Amazon, we still lost money. Approximately $30,000. It's shocking to look at your business and see that you've lost over $30,000. It can make you sick to your stomach. But I'm a big picture guy. So as long as the sales and revenue were increasing year over year, I was comfortable not being profitable. In the early stages of any business, you incur higher expenses that will eventually decrease as you begin to scale. Businesses aren't a success based on only 1 or 2 years of running. I saw brand awareness increasing for my product, and I knew that we were going to have repeat customers that were going to continue to come back and purchase again. And that's what I knew was coming in 2024. In year 4, we had over $100,000 in sales, and we still posted a loss of $22,000. But we also had our own website at that time. So we were generating sales through that because this was the year that I appeared on Shark Tank, and our sales went through the roof. This was basically free marketing, and it lowered our customer acquisition costs dramatically. And so, exclusively on Amazon in our first 4 years as a business, business, we made $1,132,000. But remember, this is revenue and not profit. After taking out and deducting all of our expenses, costs, and fees, we were actually in the red. Losing $80,000 is difficult for anybody, especially new sellers on Amazon. But I know the business is still growing, so I'm not very concerned. In fact, since launched new companion products in the food preservation space that have really resonated with our customers. Designing and selling a product from scratch isn't for the faint of heart, but seeing your customers happy and loving your product really is what gets me out of bed in the morning. But I could have earned so much more if I had avoided these 3 mistakes. My first big mistake cost me $10,000. I jumped the gun on redesigning the product before listening to market feedback. You need to take your time and listen to your customers when you're designing a product, because your greatest asset is your customer feedback. My second mistake was on my inventory, and it cost me $15,000. When I started shipping, I was shipping all the Nana hats out myself, and it cost me so much money. Always use Amazon's shipping partners. They have the lowest discounted rates around, and you're going to end up saving yourself tons. And my third mistake was actually my biggest mistake, and it cost me $20,000. I hired agencies and marketing firms because I thought they could do a better job at selling my product than I could. But you need to do your own research and due diligence. You need to make sure that these firms and agencies have a clear image of what you're trying to portray as your brand. I made mistakes with my Nana Hats business, but I'm now able to run my own business and bring Nana Hats to the world. And I know that you can be a success if you do too. And I went from being trapped in a 9-to-5 job, listening to other people live their dreams, and now I'm able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars without having to show up to an office every day. And honestly, joining Travis's Amazon FBA program, the Passion Product Formula, will change your life. If you join it, you won't regret it. There's a link in the description. But if you aren't ready for that, Travis has a completely free 8-hour Amazon FBA course, and here's the link for that.